Hello once again, everyone. It's Carlo De Castris here, sales representative at Royal LePage Royal City in Guelph, Ontario, with a market update, reflecting and looking back at the moderation that seemed to be fairly evident for the month of May. And major questions that come about with this having to do with what impact has the provincial government intervention have in the local marketplace? Are we experiencing that seasonal bump of more inventory when the grass is green and the trees are in leaf and the flowers are in bloom? I suspect that both of these factors have contributed to the leveling off that we've seemed to have experienced here in Guelph for the month of May. Year-over-year prices still have increased on average about 26% from May of 2016, but we've noticed that from like February to March and March to April, where monthly increases were almost double digits in some cases, from April to May, we've only seen about a 1.5%, maybe 1.8% increase, depending on housing type and neighborhood location. So nowhere near as frenetic and frantic as it had been back in March and April. The talk too locally has been that maybe the Bank of Canada might be considering raising interest rates in 2018. That potentially could have an effect not only for buyers but also for sellers. We know that when interest rates go up, sellers become scarce, and when demand wanes and inventory increases, that usually translate to a leveling off or a plateauing of prices before they start to recede and contract. So still a changing marketplace, one where we're always having to adapt to new circumstances. I know there are folks that say, oh, the realtors are the ones that are driving situations. I wish we had that amount of power. We don't have that amount of power. We are subject to outside influences that could be on a local level, whether it's municipal or provincial, national, and then of course international issues do play a role in the moving habits of folks from one part of the world to the next. And let's be frank, Canada is still one of the safest places in the world to live, work, and play and raise a family. So it's a crowded planet. There's 7 billion of us. We all have a very basic need for shelter as human beings, and so long as that exists, it is predictable. Markets will go up and markets will go down. We can't say definitively when that's going to happen. But the very basic need for shelter will always be around and very prevalent. So over the long run, real estate is always going to be a safe place to park one's money, if not for investment, certainly for life needs, and making sure that families are warm when they need to be warm and cool when they need to be cool. So until next month, stay safe. I'll be updating what Gregory Clump, the financial fellow or the number cruncher guy from the Canadian Real Estate Association, has to say about what's happening on a national level with the home price index, and that should be coming up any day now. So watch for that on your favorite social network or online on my website at infohome.ca. And as always, if you're curious about the real state of your real estate, give me a call. I'm just a phone call away at 519-821-6191. Until next month, cheers.